Thank you for being here today. Appreciate you and your team spending the entire day with us. I want to pick up on a conversation that we had last year. You were 8 days in on the job. You've had a year under your belt. I want to talk about the State Board of Higher Education. So last month, the State Board of Higher Education adopted and I quote, historic strategic plan to transform post-secondary education in the Commonwealth, end quote. Now, the plan outlines 6 goals, and I understand that the cost to compile this report was approximately $6 million. The $3.5 million in 24-25, and then $2.5 million in 25-26. About $1 million a goal. When will the goals of the plan be completed?
Well, we have a long road ahead of us, I think, as you well know. In some aspects, in some areas, we've been ranked as 49th out of 50 states for credential attainment, for affordability. So there's a long road ahead. I don't know that I can put an end date on things. What I can say is that this is going to be a dynamic document, that what you're seeing is the top level of the goals. There's going to be a lot of discussion with the 21-member board that is going to put into place strategies that are then going to help us to accomplish those goals. The same that we do in the K-12 sector, where we say that there's multiple ways we can reach one particular goal, and sometimes it's applying our efforts in a multitude of ways to do that.
So I have concerns about the cost, but I also have concerns as the state senator who represents Southern York County. My district was impacted with the planned closure of Penn State York. The campus lost more than 1,000 students over the last 2 decades. So from more than 1,600 at peak enrollment in 2006 to now approximately 600 students. So President Beneputi, the Board of Trustees, they took a challenging step to address the fact that we do not have as many students graduating high school today as we did 20 years ago. So in order to address enrollment challenges, Penn State is consolidating its operation to save money and streamline its delivery of higher education. And according to some reporting by WHYY, 10 colleges and universities merged or closed in Pennsylvania over the last decade. And these were not just in rural Pennsylvania. Some of these schools were in some of our Commonwealth's largest cities. However, I read through your report, noted it was only 27 pages long. Jess Seitz and I can very vividly remember the 92, it was 92 pages long of our BEFC committee report, right? So only 27 pages, and there's nothing in this report, there's not even a single mention of right-sizing higher education in the Commonwealth. And no matter how great this report is, you cannot change the demographic challenges that higher education is facing. So the number of high school seniors today, not the same as it was 2 decades ago. Why did the board not discuss right-sizing higher education?
Well, I think we have, you're right, there are some demographic challenges that we have, but there are also some strategic ways to deal with that. For example, one of the startling statistics—
I agree, I'm in complete agreement with you. This driving a prosperous Pennsylvania, there's not a single mention, discussion, bullet point on right-sizing higher education in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
I think when you talk about right-sizing, you might be talking about like merging institutions, or where there may be 10 of something, there in the future would be 8 of them.
I don't have any specific recommendation. All I know is that we have a significant demographic challenge. And it's not just in Pennsylvania, it's across the United States. our system of higher education is too big for the number of students that are currently going to be enrolled in higher education. And there's absolutely not a single reference to it in this report. Why?
So when you look at the 6 plans, or the 6 goals of the strategic plan, the overall mention of these goals is to look at the decentralized population, the decentralized system of higher education across the Commonwealth. And the 21-person board is engaging. That is the next step in implementing the strategic plan.
So we've
if
spent
you look
$6
at-
million to create a report that doesn't really get to the root cause of the challenges facing the system of our state higher education.
I'd like
And
to-
my time is over here. I would like to continue this conversation in another round. Thank you very much.
And I'd like to clarify, the report did not cost $6 million.
Well, if you spent $2.5 million last year and $3.5 million the year before that, and the only deliverable you have out of this state board is this report, you spent $6 million. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.